I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true.
Hey there, guys, welcome to the channel. So what happens when lifelong Democrats start to realize that everything they've been sold, everything they believed, and everything that they stood for was fraudulent? You know, what happens to a person that realizes that they've been fooled, that they've been lied to, and really, on top of all that, they got used? Most people can't deal with it. You know, most people cannot admit it. And, you know, this is why you see people who seem to ignore any and all facts that are contrary to their worldviews, that might endanger their actual worldview. Things like alleged Biden corruption, they ignore it. Things like crime out of control, they don't even want to talk about it. They don't want to look at it. A broken border, they completely ignore it. And it's not, these are not bad people. You know, it's easy to make, to make assumptions and judgments that these are not good people, that they don't care, that these people actually may want things to get worse. That's not the case. They ignore it, I think, because most people cannot confront or admit things, when to do that means admitting that they were fools. It's very, very difficult, probably the most difficult thing for any person to do. But like all things, everything has a breaking point. Literally everything has a breaking point. We're seeing a lot more breaking points reached lately. And things are getting so bad in so many places that people are finally waking themselves up. They have no other choice. Their survival, in a lot of cases, depends on it. And really, the woke ones, they're finally speaking out. They're finally speaking up. It's sad. It's sad, but it's good to finally see people waking up. Take a look at this.
Caught on camera at a local construction company in LA's Glassell Park. Several thieves are involved, and tonight that owner tells us he's frustrated.
This whole strip has been broken into. Our neighbors have been broken into 4 times. These guys just got broken into 2 months ago. What are we supposed to do? We're a small construction company.
Ryan Bagley, the latest victim on this Glassell Park street, to get burglarized by several thieves. So many, it's hard to count. As you watch them file into and out of Bagley's business, Delta Construction and Electric.
They smashed into our gate over there, smashed our gate into here. 15 dudes come pouring in.
Delta security cameras capturing the destructive mayhem about 5 a.m. Wednesday morning. The getaway car, this blue Kia Soul, Bagley says was stolen from LAPD's impound yard.
The cops just knew that it was from the LAPD impound because of the chalk mark on the window.
That Kia Soul taking out a gate so the hooded suspects could make entry.
Hi. You are currently being recorded.
Inside, they took whatever they could carry, including music equipment. Bagley and his brother, former band members, stored inside. You can hear the alarm and spot a guitar.
Stole 6 of our guitars, a bunch of studio mics and stuff like that. Rustled some stuff out, some construction on our construction side. They stole a bunch of tools.
Thousands of dollars worth of valuables, demolished doors and gates. Bagley says the alarm company woke him at 5:03 a.m. when the break-in was still underway, and he managed to get there even before cops. But the suspects were gone.
I came in ready to rustle them out of there and just be like, I wanted to at least take down a few of them.
His business now boarded up, and Bagley is fed up with the break-ins and elected officials.
I voted for Karen Bass, I voted for Biden, I voted for Gavin, Newsome. I'm sick of it. It's like at some point you have to give me a reason to vote for you again. Or just do our jobs, make a living, help our employees make a good living, and move on. But it's really freaking difficult to survive.
Yeah, so you guys see that. The dude, he's right, man. He's absolutely spot on. And really, it's a shame that it had to come to all that for him. Had to lose guitars, had to be violated like that. It really is a shame, But he now realizes that he has promoted, he has allowed, and he has protected politicians that put the rights of literal criminals above his own. They do not care about him. At least that's the message he's getting. And I think he's right when he gets that message. They don't even notice him. Newsome actually expects him to believe that he's done a really, really great job.
Here at 50-year lows, down 55% violent crimes in the state of California from the 1990s. And I want to compare and contrast that with the issue in Florida that you didn't mention, and that's the murder rate. And let's broaden it more broadly. The issue is 7 of the top
Those numbers
10,
were part of the murder rate.
7 of the top 10 murder rates in the United States of America are red states. He has a 66% higher gun death rate than the state of California. He has a higher murder rate. Go to places like Jacksonville. Go to places like Orlando. Go to places like Tampa. The murder rate's off the charts compared to cities like San Francisco.
Yeah, so who's correct? And who do we believe, man? Do we believe the politician who has allowed it, really caused it? You know, more than allowed it, he's caused it. Or do we believe his citizens who have actually lived it, who continue to live it literally until they escape, which is probably what they feel like. They feel like Snake Plissken. You know, that is what it takes for a lot of these people. California is not going to change. Chicago is not going to change. We all thought that the citizens were waking up there in Chicago when they gave, you know, and they weren't even going to consider Lori Lightfoot. They sent her packing, but then they replaced her with a more progressive, more extreme version. It's crazy. You know, these places will not change. People have to be willing to save themselves and save their families and find a place that actually practices some common sense. You know, a place that actually makes sense to run a business and have a family. Those places exist, and we all have to find them. You know, our only hope, though, is when people do make their escape, they realize that they had a part in everything that happened. That destruction was a part of their, you know, their votes over many, many years caused that destruction. And like the guy in the video said, he voted for that mess, right? Just make sure that when you make your move, when you escape, you don't vote the same way. Wake up, people. But anyway, that's all I've got, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. Really, really does help us to grow. And we'll see you in the next one.